Okay, questions for Coach?
It seemed like every time you guys charged and took the lead, they made a big bucket. Was it more defensive execution or their offense?
I would say this. I think you got to give them credit for the shots they made. I mean, they were moving the ball. Our activity defensively was much better, obviously, in the second half. I'm proud of our guys, the way they fought back. But, you know, they did a good job of, you know, answering our runs with timely baskets.
Your bench was really kind of the backbone of that second half with
Yeah,
Wagner.
we had a different lineup in there, and they were tremendous. You know, it's one of those things, a lot of times you just leave them in, but they were gassed at that one point. We had to make some moves.
Seems like Peter's battling through the back or shoulder issues right now. Is it hard for him to get into a flow with what's going on there with his body?
I don't know. I don't. I mean, he's got a lot of things going on, so it can't be easy, I guess.
What was the biggest thing that you really emphasized to your team at half?
Well, you know, it started with some disappointment regarding our effort level at the start of the game. Because I don't think I, nor any coach, ever expects perfection, especially when you're playing a team of this caliber. And Maryland's really good. Mark's a terrific coach. They run really good stuff. They're hard to guard. But I didn't think our effort at the beginning of the game matched their ability to move the ball and execute their offense. Now, as the half wore on, we got better, obviously. And so I wanted more of that than what we had at the start.
Talk a little about the bench. Can you talk about Ahmad Wagner and the energy?
He was a difference in the game. There's no question about that. He sort of imposed his will on that game, which isn't easy to do against a team that's that athletic, but he did, and I'm really proud of him.
What was the difference down the stretch there, that final minute or two?
Well, we had a couple chances, and we had some opportunities defensively, and just didn't work out.
You clearly weren't happy with the officiating.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay, well, it appeared that way. Were you not?
At the end, the coach can't speak to the officiating, but at the end of the game, it came down to a lack of call on a lack of delay game call after they were warned. That's all. Coach can't speak
I can't
to
comment
officiating.
about that. But as far as how I felt about the rest of the officiating, they were fine.
Big picture, you hit kind of your first bye here of the Big Ten season, a weekend. Is it a good time for that?
I think so. You know, I think whenever you lose, you want to get right back out there. But, we got a couple of guys with some ailments that they can take some time to get better. You always look at the bye and say, okay, well, let's make the best of it.
You got Dale out there a little bit.
Yeah, I thought Dale was pretty good. You know, he was kind of in the right place. The hardest thing, when you're out that long, he hasn't played that much. You know, the problems you have is you're not in the right place, typically, those guys, and he was. He got on the glass. I thought he shot open shots. He's a good three-point shooter, so and he wasn't gassed like I thought he might be. So it was good to get him out there.
Is Dom still out with the thumb?
Yeah, Dom just didn't look right to me yesterday in practice. So you know, in a game like this, especially when we're behind the whole time, I just didn't think it was a good game for him. I think it would have been a good game for him. Played well against him last year, but not when he's not at 100%. I think it's unfair to run him out there.
When you look at the comeback versus Purdue versus the comeback you guys had tonight, what was the difference between the two that you saw in addition besides the outcome?
We didn't get enough stops tonight. We got more stops in that game.
Okay, thank you. Good player.